Beautiful Friday evening in Raleigh on the campus of NC State. Series opener on the softball diamond between the 11th ranked Virginia Tech Hokies and the NC State Wolfpack. These two get a three-game set going today at Dale Softball Stadium. And welcome upstairs with Marion Wilson. She is a former All-Conference Duke Blue Devil. Kevin Fitzgerald pitch on the way to Wyman. Goes off speed, and McMillan bounces it through the left side for a base hit.
And Corey McMillan made that look way too easy. I mean, an off-speed pitch after she gets beat. Audience of the sport, you only have purview to certain things.
There's a base hit right back up the block, so a couple of base runners on here for Virginia Tech.
And to that point, you know, we don't know the wears and tears as it is now. I mean, we're past.
Very much a chess match a weekend like this. That's off the end of the bat. Castine's got extra bases. McMillan scores. Chatfield the stop sign at third. And it's three consecutive base hits for the Hokies to get it started in the first. It's 1-0.
And we talked about the long ball in the open, but how about the short, compact swings, off speed, low and away? Castine does a great job of killing time in the legs and getting her barrel to it. This is a pitcher's pitch, but Rachel Castine wins this battle. Wyman has to tip her cap, and Virginia Tech scores first.
Series last weekend. That one's tapped, little spin. Wow, how did that one avoid crossing over the chalk? You got the rare spin.
Maroon and orange next year. She's been so critical to this team.
That's lifted to right. Runner is going to very likely tag from third. Ensley makes the catch, throw to the plate. Chatfield just gets in ahead of the tag. She's going to request that our crew takes a look at this one. Yes, boy, that was a lot closer than I think Chatfield ever expected it was going to be.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Ensley get behind this one further and move through the ball, but still a gun home. And this one, an interesting slide here, a hook slide. I think if she slides right in, she's safe, but there it looks like she is out Bordeaux with a tag, and this might be a double play for the Pack. Yeah, that looks pretty clear to me.
Yeah, NC State gets Chatfield at the plate, indeed.
We've seen from Jordan Lynch, she's trying to either wait for the rise ball to climb out of the zone, give herself more time. There takes the base on balls, but her, some fans, or maybe even the Wolfpack dugout yelling that she was out of the box. And one thing to know, if that'd be huge.
Pretty tense first inning. That's in the air, fading down the line, and it's in for a base hit. Couple of runs score. Lynch around third. Yeager delivers with the bases clearing double. A flare was up in the air for a long time there down the line. Ensley couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Taylor Ensley was shaded right center based on Zoe Yeager's spray. Look how far over she was shaded. Had a long way to go. The ball had eyes. Zoe Yeager tacks on 3 more RBI to her total. The sophomore has been clutch for this team, going back to Stanford last weekend. And the wheels on the base path work out for the Hokies first, that they are locked into NC State.
Leggett swings and misses. Inning is over. Virginia Tech strikes first, and the big blast was the bases clearing double for. Where's Lemley going to do here? That one's in the air, out to left. Blackwell with enough space. One gone.
Team.
3-2. Wave and a miss. That's a great pitch right there. 2 gone. So here, Lemley trying to go 1-2-3 in the first. This one's got some carry. Back to the wall. Goodbye. A solo blast for Simmers off of Lemley in the first.
Kendall Simmers, the freshman, says, "How do you do? I'll take your rise ball, I'll get on top, and I'll drive this pitch to the track out and left." Kendall Simmers, great timing, really good ability to get the barrel out in front of her there and make the adjustment pitch to pitch.
So NC State answers, at least with something. It's got a run here in the bottom of the first. Hannah Church, by the way, is the hitter. Pops the 2-0 up. And the very dangerous cleanup hitter, does pop out.
With the support and the love, but Lani Alameda means so much more than just a head coach in this league, a head coach in this country. She means so much more than the tactical nature.
One gone for Riley Wyman, top half of the second. Virginia Tech went for 4 in the opening frame. That one whizzes right by Wyman's glove, and so one out base runner. Corey McMillan is now 2 for 2.
We've seen that, I think, spread across the country. And of course, with data and analytics on the hitting side, as Corey McMillan steals another bag on the year, but of course with data and analytics now and the machines that these hitters have the ability to access, pitching is just more difficult.
2-2 on the way. That one is ripped through the left side, a base hit for Chatfield. Throw cut off, and so runners at the corners with one away for Virginia Tech. They put a little more pressure on him. Swing, and that's out in the air to left, back near the wall. Ensley has enough room. And so Wyman does strand a pair.
Immediately is Peyton Bordeaux, and I don't think it's a surprise with how much adversity that she has faced and the perspective that she offers her teammates. It's really cool to see a young woman go through teammates. Just speaks to the woman that she is and the player that she is.
This is in the air down the line. McMillan turned it on there at the end to make the catch. Marbury flies out.
And you can see those pieces are starting to come together.
Popped up right side, and so it is a 1-2-3 inning for Lemley. We're done with 2. Virginia Tech leads it by 3.
Obviously, the former Athletes Unlimited individualized, but you play with a group of women every single week. Can you talk about building the culture and what you think of that?
Oh, look at this throw, by the way. That's looking like Andrews from center field.
Oh my goodness.
That is a bullet to throw out the runner Peck. I think you've done that.
So that there is this league, that we have professional softball, and you balance being a student and playing this game. But for you, you talk about being a professional and this being your main focus.
Yeah, so it's funny you say that because I actually have a full-time job, like have scheduled times.
Right.
So that's the biggest difference. But Pro League is just so fun. It's different in other ways.
Well, we got a quick out here that closes down the top half of the third.
Yeah.
Florida originally is where you're from?
Yes, I'm from the Tampa Bay area. And I really didn't have like a dream school. I just knew that wait, keep talking. Okay.
Oh, yes, yeah, you can keep going. Regional work with another AU star, Alicia Ocasio. Well, she had a fantastic couple of seasons as Goins works the walks. We got a one-out base runner here. How special?
And there's so many that are doing that. It can only make the sport even better and can only make us better, more exciting to watch, and all of it. I think it's just so great to have really great players continue to play. And
it was a Supers appearance last year for your alma mater. It's been a couple of years since the last Oklahoma City run, and so are they poised to do it? We shall see. Maybe Virginia Tech as well of Wyman today. Trying to get her again. There's a line drive looped in the left, and so for a third inning today, Virginia Tech has the leadoff runner aboard. Situation explained perfectly, partner. We're just going to play on here. Virginia Tech trying to get the bunt down, and it's a base hit. Nicely done.
Distance again here in the top of the fourth.
Got 2 on, nobody out. Back to the top. Very dangerous. McMillan rips it to right. One hops the fence. Runners had to hold, and they're going to get the stop sign here, but the throw goes to third base. You got one runner that is dead here. And the third baseman, Goodwin, did not throw back to first. So she was trying to slap the Tech. First off, one runner scored. Yeah.
Lot to break down here.
Safe.
Whew. First off, Corey McMillan with the shot. And Lila Blackwell gets caught up. Goodwin does not see the runner come home. And Ani rose, and then Lila Blackwell hung up. And then Corey McMillan hung out to dry too. Goodwin doesn't give it up to anybody. They don't get an out, and a massive missed opportunity for this NC State. Not the result you want if you're Lindsay Leftwich.
You got Michelle Chatfield at the plate. Runners taken off for third. Throw down is late. And runners at the corners. Blackwell is at third. McMillan stays put.
But kind of missed opportunities on both sides of the ball here in the fourth.
Well, she's going to perhaps get a chance at a stolen baseline drive. That's caught. They're going to try to double up. No, instead the throw goes home, and that scores a run. Ensley made the catch and right for the first out, with McMillan having taken.
Yeah, and that's a pre-pitch communication piece. Corey McMillan, we talked about her steal threat, goes there and is just hung out to dry. That ball is taking Taylor Ensley back to her left, and Lila Blackwell has speed. And so ultimately there, I think the play is at first base.
Third time she faces Wyman today. Nice stop at third. Goodwin is second for one. On to first. Throw is just late. But NC State does get McMillan at second. Aldridge gets underneath it. Here comes the shortstop, and instead it's Goodwin who ultimately makes the catch.
That went 240 feet was that same pitch she got beat on. So the adjustment by the freshman, so impressive in her young career.
Payoff pitch, little high and away, so good eye that time.
Going to see her again, most likely. So the more data points you can get as an offense, the better position you are.
Oh, through the right side, Church beats the shift. And so you got a couple of base runners on now for the Wolfpack. Excellent senior Emma Lemley. Pop up, foul ground, Chatfield back towards the fence, makes the basket catch, throw to third. Boy, they almost double up the runner. No one's at second, and so Church gets there. Boy, nearly disaster there for the Wolfpack.
Many standards, that is a quad or a quality at bat.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Lemley does beat her on the outside edge of the plate. 2 gone. 2.13 ERA coming into this game today. 13 wins, about a 5-1 strikeout to walk rate, and that is going to open up the door now for NC State. Blackwell could not squeeze it. That's off the end of the bat, struck towards Castine, bobbled it. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. Gun down. Castine sticks with it and throws Smith out at the plate. Pack do get the run.
A nice job by Rachel Castine to stick with it. Here's her defense telling her 4. Zoe Yeager with the tag. NC State scores 1. Their thought.
Yeah, it's a very subjective judgment sequence for an umpire. It's a 4-pitch walk. Bree Peck is aboard for the second time today. It's Riley Wyman's 5th inning of last of the day, back in the first. So the Hokies set the tone early. 8th pitch of the at-bat. That is smoked into the gap. Extra bases here for Lynch. Throw coming home. The runner stops at third. And Virginia Tech has a pair of runners.
Third out of the inning. And so this game could be completely different.
Marbury, or pardon me, a new player checked in for NC State over at first base. So she does make the play. And there is 1 out.
To keep these Virginia Tech hitters off balance.
Lined right to second. That is a big second out. Thrunk, playing against her former team, makes the catch. And so Rose retires. That pitch gets away from the catcher. It's 7-2 Virginia Tech.
Outs. She'll need to continue that here tonight against this Virginia Tech team.
That hits the back foot. Abramovich, and so the inning continues for the Hokies. If you're Gore, now you deal with Corey McMillan. Swings, blasts it. There it goes. Goodbye. 3-run blast for McMillan. to change the complexion of the opener now in the 5th inning.
I don't know how you beat Corey McMillan. So much power in the bat, controls the timing on the move forward, bat speed off the charts. 4 for 4 on the day. They had kept her in the ballpark, but not with this one. Driven out, backside bomb for the job out there.
Chatfield base hit. So Chatfield now 3 for 3. And the inning continues. A big one for the Hokies. They scored 4 in the first.
But we can't forget, we talked about the other aces in this NC State staff, but behind Emma Limley, there is some elite arms as well.
Boy, that one just ate up Goodwin. And I would think.
And eats up Goodwin, but in the book, it is a hit. And Castine gets her 2nd of the night.
Kylie Aldridge drills it back at the wall. Marbury robs her of the home run. She can do it all at any position. From first base to left field, Marbury gets mobbed. Oh, 1 pitch on the way to the leadoff hitter, Tegan Thrunk. Slow roller is the first baseman, Chatfield, gonna get there. She beats her to the bag, 1 away. Emma Lemley, she's given up the 2 runs, only 1 earned, but confidence. Some players have it, some players don't. Some players have more of it than others. Slow roller over to Rose, 2 gone.
I think it's everything. I think for young players out there, it's so important to
A strong trio at the top of the league right now. And, and of course the preseason favorites. There's an important 2-out walk, by the way, for Ensley. So NC State has got a runner on. If they That's a walk, and so a couple of 5th inning walks here. Lemley is a little mystified. Sorted out nicely. 0-2 coming with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. So it ends up being a complete game for the 3-time all-conference ace in the circle. Lemley allows the 2 hits, struck out 3, and Virginia Tech wins the opener.
And it makes a lot of sense to see it be on the bread and butter of Emma Limley. And this team tonight, extending the winning streak to 11 games, does it with what we talked about in the open, all 3 phases. 15 hits on the evening for this Hokies offense. Emma Limley, complete game, gave up 2. The defense played stellar as well. This Hokies team is on fire right now.